YouTube. What is up? It's your boy here, Troa, back again, once again. We actually made it to this week's podcast. Holy shit, we missed last week. Do apologize for that. But we're here, ready to make up for it. I'm joined here today by the homie Nova.
Yeah.
As well as everyone's favorite Brit, Suplex.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good week.
He doesn't really mean that. As well as everyone's favorite memester, Leatherbelt.
I'm having a good week.
This is the episode 12 of the MLG GP02 podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the GP01 from last week as well as the GP02. Won't be going too much into the GP01 because I did a gameplay breakdown on that yesterday. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. GP02 breakdown's happening tomorrow, so we're going to go over that a bit. We're going to be talking about the gym custom as well as the brand new GP03 that just came out today. Is it a good suit? Is it not? What exactly is it capable of? We're going to be covering it all. First off, what's going on, Coolio? Gundoge? Everybody watching? What's going on? It says it looks like Russian bots. Hey, man. So somebody's got to get the job done. Maybe the Russians are paying. maybe there's some meddling in the MLG GP02 podcast. That's why we weren't here last week. Now, first thing is there's a brand new step up this week. A lot of things changed. For most of you, the 72-hour step up is going to be over. The new one. Step 1 guarantees you a 2-star mobile suit. It can be a duplicate. Step 2 guarantees you 1.5 times rates for 2-star plus goods. So mobile suits, weapons, etc. Kind of sucks ass. Step 3 and Step 4 is where it gets interesting. Guarantees a 2-star mobile suits that you don't have. So these will not be dupes. They will be your, they will be brand new ones from anything from the 2-star pool in the Gacha lottery system. Step 4 guarantees only one mobile suit and one 3-star mobile suit. So you're going to get a 3-star mobile suit that you don't already have, and it's going to guarantee you a 3-star mobile suit as well as it's going to be all mobile suits in that final step. There is no discounted step, unfortunately. It is all full price, but you get okay deals, I guess. I think Step 3 and Step 4 are the best ones, but it takes up to 60 tokens just to get to the third step. So do what you will with that. Do I recommend it? Probably not. I would just save your tokens and try to go in on whatever the hell you want during these couple weeks. The E-Free Knocked Level 3 is now in the gacha as well. And RT, Gelgoog Ground type, top tier support type, has access to the Gelgoog BR. Do not play it with a sniper. You want to be using the Gelgoog Beam Rifle. It has Balancer as well, so you're going to be able to get off downswings at Naginata. I've been taking it into Unlimited for the past week, even with GP02 hell going on, and killing it. Top damage, top score, numerous times with the Gelgoog Ground type. Absolutely love it. Juagu level 2 is also an RT. Very good support, mid-range, upfront guy. If that's your game, if that's your playstyle for supports, go ahead and pick them up. Zaku 2 Kai, Fritzhelm level 2, which was the previous exclusive reward for the the ranked matches.
The competition they had or whatever.
God awful.
Yeah.
So if you want the level 2 Zaku 2 Kai Fritzhelm at 350 cost, it's a GP, has access to a Sternfest double roll. You can put an MG or a Zook on that thing.
Actually, it doesn't have the roll yet. It gets to the level 3, the double dodge roll.
Double dodge rolls at level 3?
Yeah, the level 1 and level 2 don't have it.
No, well then. Can I really recommend it at that point? Can I really recommend it? Probably not.
Not really, no.
So there you go.
Not really.
Kind of a poor. It's a version of the F2 without all the damage the F2 offers.
It's worth the 140. The Goog ground type, whatever it is right now in the RT, I think it's worth whatever the hell it is. I haven't looked exactly as what it is, but it's in there. I would pick it up. I think it's a great support. Juagu is going to be hell of a lot personally, if you're short on RT, you don't want to really spend all the RT for the Juagu, I would go ahead and pick up the Goog Ground. I think it's really good. It's basically an EP Gelgoog, just without high melee priority. But you get a little bit more of a toolbox. You're yellow. You're doing more damage to GPs. Be careful about the
Support
raids.
with high performance balancer. My God.
Exactly, is that as well. So you get a lot of great things with the Gelgoog ground type. You bring that thing into unlimited with the level 4 Goog BR. You're going to be doing a lot of damage. What's going on, Coma? He says it's 140, so it's 140. There we go. First off, we're going to be talking about the GP01 from last week. I really love this suit. Nova, you got it. You hated it at first. You really didn't like it. I had to talk you down. Hey man, it's not that bad. It's got a lot of good things going on.
After spending 280 tokens and not getting the GP02 that I wanted and getting the GP01 only, no other 3 fucking star, I was a little salty. Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck's with this firing speed? I was too used to the Alex. I was too used to a completely different playstyle with sub-weapons and everything else. But, eventually I started playing it a little bit. My anger subsided after watching virtually every other member of Claw Gang have the GP02 and show it off in space. Fuck you guys for that, dicks. But yeah, eventually I came to realize the strength of the Instant Stun BR and the high melee priority. Double dodge roll is nice. You can perform lots of you fool moments by dodge rolling, then tackling into a counter. People don't seem to expect that a lot. It's quick, it's agile, you're really not going to use the air dash skills, but they're fun for the means. Getting that neutral swing is fast as hell, the downswing is fun to use, and chances are you're going to take out half your team when you use it.
Be careful about
that. You are.
Thank
no,
you,
never be
Suplex.
careful. Just
Very
downswing
cool.
everyone. You're going to have nothing but GP01s and GP02s, and now GP03 is just downswing your entire fucking team in unlimited. And that's how you play.
Unlimited cost 550 has become the absolute downswing cancer. It reminds me of the Easy 8 when that thing first fucking came out. I'm like, dude, I see what the GP03's downswing is. I see the GP02, I see the GP01. I'm trying to move in and out. I'm like, dude, I need to get in a good spot here to actually perform well and everything else. And I just see downswings up the ass anywhere and everywhere. I'm like, holy shit. But you bring up a good point, Nova, with the double dodge rolling out of something and then being able to counterattack their follow-up movement. Yeah, a lot of people, surprisingly, aren't really understanding the fact that you can counter tackle after the first roll. Like, you don't have enough boost.
You think they would have learned with the Alex? Those fools.
Either the Alex or, the thing is, a lot of these guys that we're facing, if you watch the video yesterday that I did, you see all these guys are GP01s and GP02s that I'm counter tackling left and right after dodging and everything. I'm like, come on. It's amazing, but it's a tactic that works really well. You can send them back to Fortnite, so we're saying it, by doing that. But it's a very aggressive frontline GP. I like to compare it to a souped-up Axaku, a much bulkier Axaku. Granted, the firing rate in between, per shots is about 6.67 6.67
and the reload
seconds.
is 15 seconds. I feel like they might tweak that in the future.
I feel like they will too, but even if they
anything,
don't,
it seems the most obvious is they're waiting until after their esports thing that happens on, I think it starts August 24th. Probably after that, we're going to see some balance changes.
Esports. Whew.
Esports.
Oh man, esports, man. Dear God.
But yeah, as he was saying, the firing speed is relatively slow for a beam rifle. You kind of have to time your shots well. The reload speed is god-awful. And as Suplex would like to mention, the Vulcans are inferior in every way to the GP02s.
For sure.
It's a big sad, big truth.
You want
less range, less damage.
How can they be made at the same time and not have the same Vulcans? What the fuck?
It's outrageous. It's unfair.
Suplex is a Vulcan's
sure.
expert.
I am. Currently, before this, a suit that we loathe and despise had one of the best set of Vulcans in the game. It was kind of tied between the Kempfer and the Jim White Dingo sniper type. However, the GP02 has come in with 200-meter range on its Vulcans, I think 90 damage base on Vulcans, with really high shot mod. It stuns in, 20-odd hits? It's brutal. I think it's got 80 shots per reload as well, so basically, the GP02 Vulcans are the best in the game, really. They're brutal, and the GP01 Vulcans are the same as the Alexes. So, big sad there. Very big sad. Weaker than most Xeon Vulcans, honestly.
A man with a PhD in Vulcans speaking right here. But like I was saying yesterday in the breakdown, the way you want to play this suit is an aggressive frontline GP. You want to be getting in their face. You want to take advantage of how quickly the neutral comes out, how quickly the downswing will just pop out at them, and you'll hit them. You want to not miss your shots. If you're noticing you're on a trend of missing your shots with GP01 in a game, personally, what I recommend doing is you just kind of back up for a moment. You give up a bit on the pursuit. You kind of just take a quick a couple seconds if you can do it. Reclaim your thoughts. Think about, okay, I'm probably thinking about too much. I'm trying to predict what they're doing. Let's just kind of aim maybe a little bit higher at them. Don't go for the feet because some people will tell me, oh well, I can't predict the movements of the feet. All right, well, aim higher. Maybe go for headshots or anything like that where it's not going to be maybe messing with you as much. That's what I'd recommend if you're missing your shots with the GP01, or maybe playing it more of a little bit of a mid-range. I didn't mention this on the breakdown yesterday, so everyone watching this right here, you're getting something new. Play a little bit more mid-range at first. Hit a beam rifle shot. Go and immediately once it hits, boost in with your neutral, with your saber out. Try to go for a neutral swing. Sometimes they won't be able to get the timing off to dodge roll out of it. You'll be able to hit him with the neutral. That's going to reset the stun value. And then you'll be able to follow up with the downswing. And at that point, they're screwed. Very nice. If you do get them on the ground, you're not going to have enough time for a downswing with the GP01. You're going to have to immediately go in for a neutral. Go in for the neutral on the legs, if at all possible. Fuck their legs up. But that's basically how you play GP01. You're very aggressive with it. You play midline in certain circumstances, taking advantage of the double dodge roll, the fact that you can counter tackle immediately after that. I think it's top tier, and I think it has a lot of staying power in the game. Obviously, people were upset with the fact that you couldn't charge the VR before. It is what it is. Overall, even with the flaws that it does have, I think it's very good. Very excited to have it. Also, that fire rate on the Vulcans, says Gundoge. Yes, GP02, Vulcans, top tier Vulcans, baby. Let's go. Suplex, you got the GP02 on the day it came out. What do you think of it, man?
So basically, I don't like to use this term a lot. Best mobile suit, biggest, best thing in the world. But the GP02 is probably like the best raid in the game. It is vulnerable, and here's the cheat sheet on how to kill these things. Literally just melee them, hit them with something like that will stun them when they're like not boosting, which is quite rare. They do have a big booster gauge, and they got maneuver armor. But when they stop, hit them with something and just melee them to death. The guys are huge. It's very easy to like double team a GP02 without KDing your friend because they're so big. You can attack him from one side of the map with your melee swing, and your friend can tackle him from the other side, and you'll hit him, but you won't hit each other. You just beat him up. He's basically a big fat dude with a big ass gun. But what you are is you're like a little kid with like a little jabby knife. He laughs it off. He tries to like do his little fancy stuff. But you just keep prodding him a bit, and he'll eventually just bleed out. But as for how the suit plays, fucking hell, it's very fast. Even though it runs at 115 speed base, it goes up to 135 once the shield breaks. It turn speed is quite slow with the shield. But once that goes, it's like super fast. The boost speed is incredible. Here's something that shouldn't be attempted, which I see people doing all the time. Don't try and make use of that stupid flying gimmick. Don't jump in the air. Even though you've got maneuver arm in the air, you're going to get shot out of the air anyway. Don't do it. If you want to make use of the boost whilst flying thing, do it when you're falling off of ledges, because this is something I don't see too many people use. Both these suits, I think the GP03 can do this as well, is whilst falling, they can activate boost. But I rarely see that happen without people jumping double up in the air and then boosting for a second before getting shot down. So if you want to get some ground, you want to spice things up, do it whilst falling from a ledge or something, interrupt the enemy. The beam bazooka does an incredible amount of damage. Early game, it's probably best to charge it up just so you do a tad bit more damage, but they stun regardless of it being charged or not, so for the most part you'll just be firing it uncharged. The beam saber does something like 2,700 damage base, has a double swing with the shield bash into the downswing, which is beautiful. And and by the way, the bazooka has pretty short range. It's not tiny range, but it's not like a beam rifle range. And now we get onto the coup de grace. The reason why you want this suit, it's because it has the Gym Guard shield, the best raid in the game, the Gym Guard. It gets the Gym Guard shield. So it becomes an even stronger raid. Yeah. The GP02 gets the Gym Guard shield. And it also gets the strongest Vulcans in the game. So neglect your beam bazooka, neglect your beam saber. Just use Vulcans in the shield, Be a shooting boy. But unironically, the suit has an amazing package. Beam bazooka, that's your main go-to toy. Your head Vulcans are great for when your beam zook's overheated or cooling down. You want a quick stun from range. And the beam saber, whew, my word, that thing can just go through people. It's got the vulnerabilities of a raid, but it has the speed to get out of most predicaments, the shield to protect yourself from those awkward shots, and the damage to make even the hardiest of GPs sweat. It's just a great suit. Compared to the GP01, GP01 is very tame compared to the GP02, but it has its own set of quirks that we've just discussed. But GP02, a real nasty bastard.
GP02 is definitely top tier. I have to say I agree with almost everything you're saying there.
The Vulcan has a shield bash.
It does have a shield bash, unlike the Gym Guard. Don't just use the Vulcans, by the way, please. Anybody who's listening to this and you didn't pick up
that was satire, guys. Please do not use the Vulcans solely. They're very good, but you have a beam bazooka.
Don't just use
Vulcans should be.
Come on.
Either you overheated your beam bazooka, or this dude's about to die in like a couple of shots. But then after that, no, ever.
I'll use the Vulcans if maybe I'm getting into a conflict with somebody just because they stun and it can be a little bit quicker. Maybe if my beam zook's overheated, or if it's in the process of coming back from a firing interval, maybe I switch to the Vulcans to try to get a stun off if I'm in a dire situation. But in a lot of cases, what you're going to be using the Vulcans for is chasing down fucking Zamels at that cost to stun them, because your beam zook's not going to do it, so you got to stun them somehow to get a quick downswing off. Your Vulcans will stun them. Zafre says, personally, I find it weird that the first hit of the GP01's downswing can also knock down. It just operates similarly to the VD Gelgoog's downswing, to where as soon as you start that animation off, just bam, there you go. You're getting knocked down. Same thing with like the E3. Well, E3 DS is knocked down on any of the hits, but VD Gelgoog would be probably the best comparison for that downswing. I think. Am I forgetting something? I don't think I am.
No, that's VD Goog, VD Guff. 2 hit downswings. The first hit always downswings, which can be quite awkward because it means you have a slower recovery to lay another downswing, and usually double swinging downswing suits can't double downswing. So someone who can't. So if you knock somebody down with a downswing, you can't downswing them again on the ground. You usually have to go for a neutral because of the recovery time. So it's a good thing to have double downswing, but it means you just can't do as much follow-up damage afterwards. It is very nasty though, a double downswing.
Yeah, for sure. It also says sometimes I notice something I notice about fighting the GP02 with Gym Custom's Gym rifle. It still seems to stagger easily, even when hitting the shield. Yeah, shotguns, you name it, you can stun through these things with build up. Similarly to you hit the Gym Guard custom with a shotgun, bam, he gets stunned. etc.
Yeah, anything that really does cumulative stagger. The Blue Destiny missiles would do it too.
100% sure. That's what it is. What's going on, Leo? 4. What's popping? What's going on? Leo says boosting Vulcans is my go-to for stuns on Hildolfer / Zamel's 14-shot stuns. There we go. Colma and Coolio say the Doug Schneid and the Gan Eos are also mobile suits with the double hit downswing. But there we go. You're not gonna be hitting that double hit usually with the Gan Eos after a downswing on them, and I know sure as hell you can't with the Dougie Freet. It's the one few way that they kind of keep the Dougie Freet kept in check. But GP02 gameplay breakdown is going to be happening tomorrow. I do agree with Suplex. You don't want to be flying into the air with that thing. In the beginning stages of the game, charge up your Beam Zook. If there's some waiting in the action, your team steamrolls somebody, anything of that nature, go ahead and charge it up then again. But normally just use it for a quick stun on the support or whoever the hell you're fighting. I think with the GP02, you can get a lot more aggressive with it than other raids because you have easier stun options, you have a giant fucking shield, high melee priority. You got the whole package to be successful. Spec it for boost. Boost and melee damage, I think, gives you the best chances for success. Take advantage of its forced injector on the ground. Keep boosting in and out of places. You have a lot of success with it. I'm excited to show you all what's going on with it in tomorrow's breakdown. The Gym Custom. Leather, out of all of us here, you're the biggest fan of the Gym Custom.
Of course, because nobody likes it. That's why. Fools. Look here, Troy. Everybody knows me. I'm the guy who makes the suits that are in good work. I don't know how. I've just been blessed with this power. And I'm here to tell you today that if you try hard enough, the Gym Custom can almost win fights.
Almost win fights.
You can almost win fights. I mean, how do you explain to people who are kind of like saddened about what they've done to it? Like, what is strong point? Best way I could describe the suit, honestly, I'll tell you guys right now, it's an Alex without a beam rifle. Pretty sad they didn't give it a beam rifle. I have vague memories of 0083, but I do believe it should have a beam rifle with an E-Pack, but they just didn't give it to it for some reason. I don't really know why. But what it does get instead is the gym rifle. I love it. Gym rifle, I wouldn't call it the best MG in the game. I don't think it is. I probably give that title still to the Bullpup. That's mostly because it's on better suits at lower cost. MGs are usually better used at lower cost. Gym
Right.
Customs MG has a 3-round burst if you only press the right trigger, which is very good for when you're in medium to. I mean, it doesn't really work at long range. I think the MG has pretty garbage range at like 325, which is whatever.
Yeah.
So when you're running up to somebody, usually 3-round burst. But the moment you start getting a bit closer, then at that point, once you let that trigger, once you pull that trigger down, that's where it turns into a fully automatic machine gun, and that's where the magic happens, baby. This thing can fucking stun people in like around 12 shots. And it can unload in 3 seconds. Like its entire clip of I think 30 shells, which is goddamn amazing. I don't have the level 2 unfortunately for my 450 custom, but yeah, pretty much the best way to play this suit. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be real with you people. You have to stick with other people. If you run into somebody with a beam rifle or anything that can insta stun you, they will win the fight. You have to be with other people, and you have to be super aggressive with it. Hyper aggression is how you have to play MGs, unfortunately, if you want to do that big dick damage. If you don't play hyper aggressive with them, pretty much you won't really do any damage at all.
Yeah, you can't play passive with the Gym Custom if you're using the MG.
No, you can't. I know a lot of people don't usually like doing this because they're afraid of getting counter tackled. But if you got a melee, you got a melee. Gotta take your chances.
He's got to get in there.
Yeah,
Literally, the
gotta
amount
do
of
them big
times
prank
you've been
plays.
surprised that it has medium melee priority. It's like, oh
It
shit,
pisses me
I
off.
have medium.
I don't really. Granted, it doesn't have that much melee correction. It does come with more range correction, but it has so many close range shots. It has 13 close range shots. It has 14 medium at 450, of course, and it has 5 long range. So you think it plays just like an Alex, but without the beam rifle. So you think it has high melee, but then I just get cucked out of my
Well, the Alex
damage.
doesn't have
Alex
high
has
melee.
medium
Yeah, it has
too.
medium too.
Alex has medium too. I've been betrayed. I've been
Yeah,
lied to. I no longer love the Alex.
No, Alex is medium too, but the big difference is what you're getting um, when you make the Alex and a Gym Custom comparison is the Alex has one of the fastest charging beam rifle in the game. So you're able to get those stuns off really quickly, and then you can switch into your wrist Gatling if need be. That's your big
Yeah.
differences between the two. Um, Gym Custom's like a poor man's Alex in a way. Personally, I wouldn't use the MG on it. I think the MG is lackluster. I don't care for it. I was expecting a little something more when I heard about the gym rifle. Getting the gym rifle and being an MG and whatnot. It is what it is. You can make it work. It's doable. I would just slap the Zook on it. Honestly, I would go for the instant stun. Classic Zook downswing. It's not going to be what a lot of people want to hear. It's not going to be what a lot of people want to do, and that's perfectly okay. If you want to run the MG on it, listen to what Leather was just saying. Stick with people. Don't try to engage in too many 1v1s. They have a Zook. They have some sort of quick immediate stun. Your chances of successfully winning that encounter drop a bit. But I think for the most optimal play with the Gym Custom is taking advantage of its mobility. It's very fast, taking advantage of its double dodge roll at 400. It's not weak by any means. You can spec it for a lot of melee damage, as well as a ranged mod, and it's quite bulky. You're looking at like 16-16, ballistic and beam defense, solid
18 at 450.
18,
Yeah,
18 at
it's
450.
pretty. I believe it is bulkier starting off than the Alex, but the Alex is just better in every way, honestly.
Of course.
You want me to put it frankly? Yeah.
I think the Gym Custom
Just like you
has
said.
use, but
Yeah, if you want to play with it, you gotta be careful. You do have, like Troa said, you do have a lot of escape. You can, if you do get into a 1v1, you can win it, but you gotta use everything at your disposal because most of the suits you're gonna be fighting at 450 or at 400 can insta stun you and just absolutely destroy you with their melee.
definitely. I might do a Gym Custom gameplay breakdown in the next week or so. I need to play the suit more. I've only had a couple sorties in it, but I tried about a couple times with the MG, and I wasn't really feeling the MG. I put the Zook on there, and I had a better time. But I think 400 is probably its best cost range. I think at 450 it starts to to fall off. Happy Man says earlier in terms of the double down swings and everything, double the downswing, double the down syndrome.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Yeah, no.
Zephyr says, note on the Gym Rifle, short controlled burst increases the range it could hit, and since the Gym Rifle staggers so easy, tap firing a support who doesn't care about you will be pissed to get staggered that easily. It can stun pretty easily, but I would not go after support with the Gym Custom. I don't think that's the play at all. You get into a gun cannon, you get into a fight with a gun cannon who knows what they're doing. Jesus Christ, Godspeed, broski. Or any support that really knows what they're doing. Damn, that's all I got to say. Force says no balance changes came with the last banner. No balance changes. Nothing going on with it. Wonder what's happening, BB. What's going on? Well, let me tell you what is
just
happening.
mentioned that earlier.
He did, but what is happening? What is happening here is the brand new GP03 just came out today. Ground and Space Boy, 550 cost suit. It's now in the game. Holy shit. I want to start this off with, at first I wasn't going to even attempt to really get the GP03. I was just going to wait for something maybe like the Gerbera Tetra. Anything of that nature. Zeong. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Try a couple single spins. and then I did a 10 spin with some of the tokens I had left over from last week. Pulled the thing, and the reason I did that was because I was DMing our boy Ryan, because he was sending me a couple clips of him performing really well in the GP03. I was like, well, okay, it's looking pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing with the downswing. I like its overall movement speed. I think it's a little bit of a big target, but that's all right. No issues there. You get the Zook, you get the beam rifle with 3 shots as your sub weapon. Pretty solid. What makes this thing fucking ridiculous, okay, is the downswing. The downswing of the Gym Interceptor custom fellow booster in space. If you watch the breakdown of that, you'll know what I'm talking about. Or if you've played it or have it, you'll know what I'm talking about as well. You going for the downswing with that, and it's just as cancerous as like the Easy 8s or anything like that. You're just zooming across the map, just slamming into dudes, slashing right through them. So it's basically that, but you can also bring it on the ground. So you're now gliding across the surface on port base and just blowing through people. And the range on it, you would think, there's a lot of circumstances where you get into, where you're doing the downswing to where it just wouldn't hit, but it has some bullshit hitbox with the downswing. So we're just at the very end of the arc, it's going to hit them when you don't think it's going to connect. I know Leather as well got the GP03. What are you thinking of it? It's I call it the Rooster Gundam because that's what it reminds me of.
God damn it! God damn it! I can't get that out of my head now. A big cock coming through every time I play it now. Whenever I'm in space, I like it. I abstained myself from getting the GP01 or GP02 just because GP03 is my personal favorite. But out of the GPs, it's not that I don't like the other ones, but I wasn't expecting it so soon. Honestly, came out of left field, out of nowhere, and I have to say I'm enjoying my time with it. Big stats. It doesn't have the dual Zook, but it is what it is. I guess it gets 1 Zook, reloads fast, got 10 ammo in there, range is 375. I don't know how I personally feel about it. I think in space the Zook is good just because you have that free range of movement. You can go anywhere fast. Some people don't expect you. You can come from like down, up, fucking left, right, anywhere, fucking anywhere. Yeah. But on the ground is when you start getting problems because everybody at that cost has guns that can shoot you from pretty much anywhere, and you're stuck there with like a Zook and like discount version of the GP01's main gun.
A bit, yeah. I'll give you something on that. I don't think it's that big of a problem on the ground. I think the suit definitely shines a hell of a lot more in space. The bullshit you're able to pull off with it is just ridiculous, especially at high cost space, man. You see a couple GP02s on the enemy team. Yeah, they're still doing that, by the way. It's real nice.
Yeah, you still go into unlimited, and it's just an entire team of GP02s, and you're just sitting there like, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, guys, calm down.
Yeah,
calm down.
I wanted to lose today. Don't worry.
You see a team with multiple GP02s on it, and you just start downswinging all over the map. And these guys are getting hit. They're getting pissed off. Their shield gets hit by the downswing. They don't see it coming. They have slow turning speed. It's quite the fucking meme. But I think the thing is, I think it shines the most probably on Space Fortress. It has high spec AMBAC. It has level 2 forced injector. It has double dodge roll. So you're really gonna be able to just zip back and forth, boost cancel in, boost cancel out, etc., etc.
Wait, hold up. Does it actually have double dodge?
Yeah, it has double dodge roll.
Well, oh, never mind. This thing's fucking broken. What the fuck? Bro, this thing just became like amazing on ground too. What the hell?
Thank you, Leather, for not knowing it had double dodge roll beforehand.
No, I don't know. No, nobody. I guess I never tried it out when I was playing it. God no, it would have saved me a bunch of times.
Yeah, well there you go. It has double dodge roll.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Those guys, we're pros. We know everything. We got this covered.
Yeah, don't worry, everybody. I made sure to like read what it has as usual, which I didn't. God damn.
Amazing, but I think you play this thing on the front line, man. I think this is a frontline suit. You play it similarly to the GP01, like I've talked about that before, because it's still fairly bulky at that cost range. You're looking at about like 18 defense, 14k HP. I expect mine to have an additional 2k HP. I went all in on melee mod, so I got 52 melee mod on the fucker. And I got 75 boost. And I believe I was able to fit on plus 6 beam defense, so we're looking at 24 beam defense. I like it. I think it's very good on the front line. I think it's more hit and run than the GP01. The GP01, you're holding your ground more. You're trying to solidify a point. This is a frontline suit as well, but again, you're hit and run. Your Zook immediately downswing, boost cancel out, go back into the downswing. I think a good GP01 and a good GP03 on an enemy team is quite a force to be reckoned with. I think they can make a great tag team. Suplex, what do you think about it, man?
Well, it seems to me that what we have here is a combination of GP01 and the Gym Interceptor, really. It is a shame that it doesn't carry the two folding bazookas, because that's pretty iconic to the GP03. I was actually pretty hyped for this suit. It's probably my favorite design out of the GPO series. Haven't rolled it. I don't think I'm going to roll it. I had a very good week last week, so I think as penance, this game is going to doom me to get nothing but 1-star dupe weapons from now on.
Of course.
I didn't know it carried a beam rifle as well. I thought that was an optional weapon it could carry, but no, apparently not. So it does carry the secondary weapon. It doesn't have an option to change the weapon, which that's fine. The bazooka is basically the beam rifle, but it has splash. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's better. It's the same damage, but it has 10 shots. But no, it's like the guy said, it's a faster version. It can go in space, unlike the GP01. It is quite squishy compared to the GP02 and 1. It's got less HP and less armor, but it's not that big of a deal. The thing's a lot faster, and it's a pretty cool looking suit, to be fair, as well. Space Rooster, that is quite fitting.
Space Rooster, homie. That's what it is.
It does have backpack cushioning, which is the first suit of its kind. So maybe we'll see more of that. Hopefully for the Psycho Zaku.
It does need it, because goddamn, you're going to be taking quite a bit of hits in the back, going in and out with your downswing.
That's true, and I think the mine needs it as well. The mine layer needs that special back buffer as well.
Mine layer buff one.
Or maybe just an explosive back buffer. If you destroy the backpack, the suit just blows up and takes its entire map with it.
Yeah, dude. Fun.
There we go. That's how you get the mine layer going. With the beam rifle on it, I think it's a bit more situational. I think it gives you a little bit more of a mid-range game than GP01. But again, it takes 3 shots with it to, stun somebody. You only get 3 shots. You're not doing that much damage, anyways, per shot. Well, to a raid, you're maybe doing about 1.6 to 1.8k per shot. To a GP, that could range
1.2 around there.
Yeah, 1.2 to 1.4, depending on who you're facing, what their specs are, et cetera, et cetera. It's a more of a situational thing. Your main combo, of course, is just very basic. Zook into downswing. The downswing is fast as fuck. Cue the Keemstar fast as fuck boy. Meme. That's literally what the downswing is. You're going to play this as a hit and run suit. I think that's how you do it. Nova, what do you think about this suit, man? Are you going for it?
Don't really have too much input that hasn't already been said. Its main benefit seems to be space, which GP01 couldn't do. So with that, there's now a space blue at 550 unlimited cost that can fully fuck everything out there. It seems like against GP02s, you're essentially supposed to be the counter for Psycho Zakus and Thunderbolts. Who the fuck brings those to unlimited anymore? You stupid cunts.
You'd be surprised.
Team of Psycho Zakus
I know. I've seen plenty in raiding matches. Like, why the fuck are people still bringing these? They're terrible. You're getting like 30, 40k damage. But the beam rifle, 3-hit stun. It's not really high damage, but you can get some chip damage with it. It's quicker than GP01's main rifle.
Yep.
The reload still is abysmal. The rocket's nice, and the downswing is what you expect it to be. Space or ground, like, you're essentially just Zook downswinging. The medium melee priority is pretty much what balances it. Otherwise, GP01 would probably be immediately invalidated.
Yeah, if this suit had high melee priority, I was talking to Lothar earlier this morning about it, and I was just like, yeah, dude, if can you check, see if this has high or medium melee priority, because if it has high, the GP01 has been cucked to high hell. He's like, no,
Which
it
would
has
have been
medium.
kind of bullshit the exact next banner week. Hey, do you guys enjoy GP01? Fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much, but it does have medium.
No,
You
now
like-
we have to wait until full burn for the GP01 cucking.
They do need to be adding that. Maybe in the final week of this month, they'll be adding the GP01 full burner.
Yeah, that would make sense. Seems
Zephyr
like we're doing a
says-
Stardust month.
Seems like it. Zephyr says, watch them add the prototype Mark II next week. Dear God. This is me saying dear God, by the way. Don't take my money like that, BB. Please. Force
If
is
anything,
wondering.
probably Gerber Tetra.
Probably. I'm pretty hyped for the Gerbera Tetra. As long as they don't nerf it. We'll see. Wondering how long we'll be on the 0083 train? Probably all month. Yeah, probably this entire month. As long as Gelgoog Marine Commander is one of them, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, Goog Marine Commander and Jim Cannon 2 are also there, but they might be background banners.
I think it'd be a little bullshit, if they make those background banner suits. I'm not gonna lie, because I know a lot of people are hyped for those suits. They want them to be, primary banners.
Start practicing with that gym rifle, people. It's the gun it's gonna have. If you don't like
hope...
MGs, you better start learning how to aim.
I really hope.
Same with cannons. Yeah, same with cannons. Get a Gelgoog cannon or something. Better start practicing, because if you don't know how to aim in a support, you might as well not even be playing it.
Pretty much. Coma says, I hope GP01 full burner isn't a space only suits. You and me both, man. I'll be really pissed if I can't bring that thing on the ground, but I could see him doing it.
Yeah, I can see it too. It doesn't make any sense because at that point it'd be cucking the GP01 as well, unless it has medium melee priority and
Or it's
different
higher
melee
cost.
or something. Yeah, or it's higher cost.
Because the GP02 and 3 the successors, full burning is just kind of a modification.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they're going to reach 550 anytime soon. It's probably going to stay at 550 for our high cost.
Probably. So, I mean, unfortunately, it sucks to say, but damn, probably are looking at GP01 full burner being space only, which, god damn it.
How dare you, BB? How dare you cuck us?
Pretty much, GP01 full burner being on the ground would, make the GP01 not as great as it is right now. Who knows? They could be both, compatible, or it could be compatible for both space and ground. We'll see. But here's hoping, man. Here's hoping we can use it on either terrain we want. Leo says GP01 full burner with Jim Cannon 2. I could see that. I could see him doing that. GP01 full burner being the primary banner. Jim Cannon 2 being the backup.
Well, we have 3 weeks of the anniversary left. So, Gabra and Gelgoog Marine possibly, commander type. Jim Cannon 2 with GP01 full burner. And then, maybe the fabled Zhong. We'll see though,
Zhong,
I don't know, there's still GP02 MLRS to throw in there somewhere too.
Look, man, I've been saying this for months now. At this point, give us the Zoc at anniversary. Come on,
Lord Zoc.
Give us the Zoc. This is what I want.
Just let us throw money at you,
just do it.
Just
do
let
it.
us throw money. Just let it happen.
Make it a 500 cost support. Just do it. I don't care. Give us the Zoc within these next couple weeks. Dear God, what is that one meme that I've seen was made by Chloro? Every day we stray further from the Zoc. Big truth, we do. I'm getting worried. Force says, what will be the first native 550 support? GP02 MLRS, more than likely. Zephyr says, GP01 full burner could be a raid. It's possible.
Yeah, I can see.
Definitely a possibility there. I could see him doing it. GP02 is a
First
raid.
raid of a double dodge roll, you know? That could be interesting.
Coma says they pull the biggest ass pull and put it into dendrobium. Yeah, right? Jesus fucking H Christ. The dendrobium. Is it happening, boys?
Nah.
Like, I mean, unless you want to get shot by everybody and their mom from across the map, yeah, sure, do it.
We got the
Actually,
Zamel. We got
whispers. I've heard some whispers from Kobe, actually. He says, since there were no skewers in Space Fortress, he's putting 2 dendrobiums in there.
He's putting two dendrobiums.
So, we'll have that to look forward to, you know? So thanks, Kobe. Thanks for the information. I'll see you at golf tomorrow.
Oh man, they'd have to make bigger space maps and everything. Damn for that.
Yeah, we don't have enough space for mobile armors at this point.
Look, man, Zeong can happen. Zak can happen. All of these things can happen. God damn it! Choose hope.
I want Agu guy. Goddamn, what the fuck?
Choose hope. But for the GP03, how do you play this suit again? You play it aggressively. You play it as an aggressive hit and run suit. Your primary combos: Zook into downswing. Almost always, your neutral swing is practically the same as the GP01. Take advantage of that. It's a very powerful saber. Spec it for melee damage. 52 melee mod. Give it plus 10 boost. Give it all these things. Don't go maybe too far off on your own with it, though you can win 1v1s. I would not recommend engaging supports too much with the suit unless you feel confident enough you can pull off the downswing almost immediately. But that has been the MLG GP02 podcast, number 12 for this week. I'll be back tomorrow with the GP02 gameplay breakdown. It'll happen around probably the same time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This podcast will be back again next week as well, normal times, Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you all enjoyed the episode here today. Appreciate everybody who's been in the chat, hanging out with us, listening to us speak for the past however long it's been. I'm not quite too sure. But as always, take it easy and don't be a cunt.